Clean code practices recommend using clear and descriptive names for variables and functions to improve the readability and understandability of the code. One way to achieve this is by avoiding the unnecessary repetition of context in variable names. In this video, we will discuss how adding unnecessary context can make code more verbose and harder to read, and how to avoid this common mistake. In addition to making the code more readable and easy to understand, avoiding unnecessary context in your variable names can also help to prevent redundancy and inconsistency in your codebase. For example, if you include the class name in each of your properties, it becomes easy to misspell or mistake the class name, which can lead to confusing and hard-to-debug errors. Additionally, using unnecessary context in your variable names can make it more difficult to refactor your code or make changes later on, as you may need to update multiple variable names instead of just the class name. For example, if you have a class called computer, it is unnecessary to include the word computer in each of the class's properties. Instead, you can simply use descriptive names such as operating system, model, and serial number. This makes the code easier to read and understand, as the context is already provided by the class name. Overall, it is important to focus on writing clean, concise, and easy to understand code. This includes choosing descriptive and meaningful names for your variables and methods, and avoiding unnecessary context or redundancy. By following these principles, you can create a code base that is easy to understand, and that follows the best practices of clean code. In summary, avoiding unnecessary context in variable names is an important aspect of writing clean and easy to understand code. Including unnecessary context can lead to redundancy, confusion, and difficulty when making changes or refactoring the code. For example, if you have a class, do not include the class name in each of the class's properties. Instead, it is best to use descriptive names that provide the necessary context and meaning, and to focus on writing clear, concise, and well-structured code. By following these principles, developers can create a code base that is easy to read, understand, and maintain.